With the iPhone, the Mac, and Apple Photos, it's so easy for us to take amazing photographs, edit them using free built-in software, and organize and share them with our friends and loved ones. But do you know what we can't do easily anymore? Break free from the screen and get back to amazing photo books that you can purchase and print out and give as high-quality gifts to your friends and family. But after today's video, you're going to know exactly how to do that. Stick around. This is going to be awesome. I'm Dylan Stewart, the MacWhisperer, and in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to take your amazing photo albums and turn them into a high-quality photo book that you can purchase and print out. Make sure to stick around for my MacWhisperer Power Tip, because this tip's going to allow you to reprint that book at will at a fraction of the cost. Let's hop on over to the computer and get started. The first part of this process is preparation, and preparation takes into account two separate pieces. First off, we have to purchase the app we're going to use to build and print the book. Come right down to your app store, go into the search field, and type in photo book. You're going to see a selection of different apps and options, all of which can help you make great books. For this video, I'm going to use Memento Photos, which I found to be one of the most robust and powerful photo book tools that exists. But there's other options here like Presto Book or Milk, or even other ones if you just search around. Again, we're going to stick with Memento Photos for this one. Which brings us to the second part of the preparation stage. For this part, let's jump into your photos library. For my example, my daughter had an amazing baby shower this last weekend, and I took almost 500 pictures. So rather than sending all of those pictures via email and text, I want to put them into an awesome photo book that she can keep and remember forever. For this piece of preparation, what we need to do is select all of the pictures we want to use, put them into their own photo album, and do a little basic cleanup. Delete any pictures that we know we don't like or that we have duplicates of, and change around the order if we'd like to. So let's jump to the beginning of the baby shower, which started right here. I'm going to select all of the photos by clicking the first one, scrolling all the way down to the bottom where we've got our last pictures, and holding the Shift button on my keyboard. When I click the last photo, I will select all of the photos for this entire album. Now, creating an album once you've selected all the photos is easy. Simply right-click on any picture and come over to where it says Add To and up to New Album. If you've chosen a large selection of photos like I have, it may confirm that you want to create an album from them. Click Apply and give that album a name. So we're going to call it Phoebe's Baby Shower, and now we're going to take a look at these pictures. Now, the first thing that I noticed is that the order is all wrong. Let's go fix that by going under the View menu, and under Sort, let's check Keep Sorted by Oldest first. That'll mean the beginning of the event is at the top and the end of the event is at the bottom, like I'm used to. Coming all the way up to the top here, just take a little bit of time and scroll through the pictures to decide what you do and don't want to keep. These were just test photos, so let's go ahead and remove them from the album. Remember, removing photos from an album doesn't remove them from the library, so you don't have to worry about deleting the pictures you like while you're trying to organize your photo book. And as you scroll through the pictures, you might find pictures that are repetitive or that really don't fit the vibe you're going for. Just select any of them and press Delete to remove them from this album. You can also take this moment to reorganize any pictures so that you can have specific pictures next to each other rather than in the order they were taken. You can also do that at a later point. Once you've taken a good look at your photo album and eliminated any pictures that you know you don't want to include and reorganized any that are in the wrong order, you're ready to step into Phase 2, the creation of the book. Creating the book is really simple. Once you've built the album, you're going to right-click on the album and choose the Create option. From here, you'll see all sorts of different choices. In this case, we're going to take the book choice and we're going to go to Memento Photos. Clicking on it will ask you a few questions such as what kind of book you want. One of these lay flat photo books or the hardcover books or the softcover books. I prefer the hardcover books, so let's click on that and click Next. Now you're going to get to choose the size of that specific kind of book. For me, I like the 13 by 10 hardcovers. It just allows the photos to really shine. So let's click Create here. It'll take a moment to grab all the photos from the album, and then we'll bring you to this page where you choose the theme. It's important to pay attention to the themes, but you can always change them later. Each theme has a different style. Maybe it's the background color or the way it frames the photographs. Maybe it's got a border. Maybe it's got lots of places for you to write information. The nice thing about Memento is that you can change most of those presets pretty easily, and you can always change to a different theme. But I do like to take a quick glance through all the themes to find one that I think will fit well with what I'm trying to create. For my example, I really like this journal one here. It's got nice colors and a nice layout. Let's click Select. You can take a quick look through the different colors and styles of any theme, and if you decide you don't like it, you can come to the Options section on the right side over here and change the theme to something else. Let's change the theme to this Modern Lines theme and click Change Theme at the bottom to see what it looks like. Don't worry if it's not perfect, you can customize a lot of it. Now the next thing that we need to do is add our photos into this book, and there's two different ways that we can do it. By clicking on the Photo tab on the right side over here, we can see all of our photos, and we can drag them one by one into the spaces provided in this theme. But if you don't feel like doing that, you can also click the autofill button on the upper right hand corner, which will take the pictures in the order they were in your photo album and automatically place them across all of the pages. Let's click autofill here. It'll show me all the pictures. I'm going to click Select All and click Autofill. It'll move through all the pages, adding pictures at will and making it even easier for me to get started with this project. Once you've added the photos in, you can adjust them in a number of different ways. First off, by clicking the minus button up here, you can zoom out to see the entire photo book and move any pages around by clicking on the page, grabbing it with the little move icon in the middle and moving it to any other page. That will slide all of the other pages down and place your page in between. You can also move the 2 pages by clicking here and moving that entire 2-page set around. This allows you to put the pictures in the order you want at any point. And you can do this before you start working on it, while you're working on it, or all the way up to when you publish and print the book. When you're done, click the Done button over here to go back to the page view. In the page view, you'll see the separate photographs as they're listed. Clicking on any given photograph gives you a ton of selections. For example, on the far left-hand side, we've got the ability to zoom or pan around in a certain picture to frame it better. To the right of that, we've got the Transform button, and the Transform button can allow you to crop or resize an image easily. To crop it, use the top and bottom button or the left and right button. To resize it, use the corner buttons and drag it into the position that you want. Once you've got it exactly the way you want it, you can then click over here to edit that photo. It opens it inside of Apple Photos and allows you to edit it to your heart's content. So maybe you want to edit it by coming in and clicking the Auto Enhance button to help with the color. Or maybe you want to come in and change it to a black and white or even style it a little bit. Whatever you want to do, it's right here. You can even use the filters, the crop button, or if you've got Sequoia, you can use the Apple Intelligence Cleanup feature to easily remove something from the photo, just like that. Now let's click the Done button and go back to our page. And in addition to editing the photos, we can actually completely change the layout at any time. Clicking on the Layout button here will allow us to change either the single page or the spread of the 2 pages combined. In this case, let's change the single page, and instead of 2 pictures, let's make it 5 pictures. Now we've got additional space for additional pictures here that we can add in as we want. In addition to that, let's click over to this left page, and we can also change the background by clicking the background button right here. We can choose from any color that we like, giving it a nice setting like that, or we can even choose all sorts of pre-configured patterns that can really make your page shine. Let's click over here on the designer's picks, and let's grab that image right there. And look at how much better it looks. We can also change the color tone by clicking down on this image here, so I can bring in more of a blue color, or change the pattern in the background with a different accent color, like a nice bright yellow like that. This allows you to have almost full customization of your backgrounds. But there's even another tool that you can use for backgrounds that I think is really important to talk about. Let's go over to a fresh page here. And here, I want to put an image behind these images, but I want it to be one of my images. So the way to do that is to come and grab the image you'd like. By clicking in the Photos section here, you can choose from all of the photos in the album, all the photos that have been used, or all of the unused photos. Let's take a look at the unused photos for a moment. Here's the photo I'd like to use right here. Now I'm going to drag this photo directly over here, but instead of dragging it onto one of the images, I'm dragging it onto the page itself. That drops it right in the middle. Now I can click this background button right here and it will spread that picture out behind the other images, allowing me to create some amazing layouts with pictures and backgrounds of my own choosing. In addition to that, by using this Photos section over here, you can reorganize or rearrange any pictures that you either don't like or want in a different order. Here, let's grab this picture and drop it right onto that image there to replace it. As we scroll through the separate pages, we can take any image we want and position it over any other image, or again, turn it into a background image easily. And don't forget, you can always come in, click the Transform button, and either crop an image, move an image, or resize an image. You can even layer photos on top of each other by simply moving them on top of the other spaces, sizing them, and then choosing to move them backwards to be behind other photographs or forward so that they're in front. This can allow you to really create some fun looks and some fun styles where it feels like you've just laid a bunch of photos right on the table and they're all stacked on top of each other. You can even select any photo right on the page, and then on the right edge you can choose border, which will give you the ability to create multiple different kinds of frame borders for that particular photograph. Let's pick this one here, let's make it really thick, and let's change the color to a nice bright yellow just like that. And as you can see right here, that photo now looks even better than before, standing out on top of the other pictures with just a simple border. It's easy to do and it gives you all sorts of amazing functionality. If you get frustrated with the way a certain layout looks, you can click the Rearrange Layout button in the upper right-hand corner and it will switch things around for you. Or you can always come down to the Layout section here and turn it into a two-page spread like this, giving you a beautiful picture across both pages, or adjust it into separate page layouts, either with singular photos or photos with room for text. You can add text on top of any photograph or into the margins of any page by clicking the text button right over here. You'll be able to add an empty text box or click on an existing text box. In this case, we don't have one, so let's add an empty text box and let's put some text in it. Notice that it's positioned this text box on top of this picture over here. Once we've added the text, we can select it, and coming over to the right, we can change it to all sorts of different fonts, styles, or colors. Since it's going to be on top of a photograph, let's change the color to white so it's easier to see, and let's find a better font by clicking here and changing it there. Now you can even change the size of the text box by dragging it from the right edge like this, or from the left edge like this, or you can move it around by clicking on the arrows to position it anywhere you want. Now let's add another text box for this page over here, but this time let's do it from the Layout section. By clicking on Layout and clicking on Page, we're going to notice Photos with Text right here. And that can give us all sorts of styles that automatically have space for the text. Let's grab this one right here. It centers it nicely, giving us easy space on either side to add some text. Let's add the text in, change the font a little bit, and change the size a little bit. Once we've done all of those separate pieces, we can click on that text box, move it over to the side, and resize it so it fits perfectly into the space we've got, just like that. This makes it so easy to customize your photo book with all sorts of messages from the people that were at that party, with explanations of what you're seeing in the picture, or just fun little messages and jokes that keeps your friend and family smiling as they turn each and every page. I love making photo books like this, but I think it's really important to take a little bit of time to clean up the images, to clean up the pages, to make sure everything looks perfect. Because once you print out that photo book, chances are it'll be on the coffee table for years or even decades to come. Don't forget before you're done to click the minus button here to give your book the once over and make sure everything is absolutely perfect. And if you've built the entire book and you're still not crazy about the theme, you can always come over to the options button over here and change the theme even after the fact. Simply changing it to the travel shots over here and clicking change theme will redo the entire book and put all the pictures back into a new position so that everything fits with the new theme without you having to start over. And when you're done, it's time to enter phase 3, purchasing the book. Let's click the buy button in the upper right-hand corner here. It'll warn you if you have any photos in your photo book that are a low resolution, or if you have any text boxes that are still using random preview text instead of your customized text. But if everything's right, all you have to do is click this button right here and click add to cart. Now it's ready for you to address it and pay for it. You can even share the book with the ability to purchase it by clicking this button right here. That'll send an email invitation to this book to your friends and family where they can purchase copies of it for themselves. Don't forget to click the checkbox right here before you continue and set yourself up to share this awesome photo book. Remember, once you share the photo book, any changes you make afterwards won't be reflected on the shared book. So make sure you're done before you share it. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to reveal my MacWhisperer Power Tip. But before I do, how do we do on this video? Did you learn something new? Did you get great value? Are you super excited to take all of those photos in all of your albums and start mass manufacturing these amazing photo books for your friends, for your family, even for yourself? If you love this video, give it a thumbs up to make it easier for other people to find it. And if you've got a question, a comment, or just want to say, "Hi, Dylan," drop down to the comments section. I absolutely love to hear from you guys. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? There's awesome information and great tips and more to come. If you don't subscribe, I can't send it to your inbox and you just gotta hope you find it. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notify bell, and I will keep making videos just for you. Now, let's step into the power tip. This power tip is quick and simple, but it's super, super valuable. This app, Memento, or many of the other ones, Motif or Milk, they make great photo books, but they also charge an arm and a leg for them. In most cases, you can take your book to all sorts of other printers and get a better deal on it. But how do you take this book to that printer? And on top of it, what if you want to back up this photo book? Maybe you want to save it outside of the Photos album in case your computer crashes or in case you need access to it in the future. For both problems, the solution is the same. Come up to the Save button that you see right here and export this entire book as a PDF. That'll make it so easy for you to take that PDF and bring it to any printer, or save a copy on your backup hard drive to make sure that you can reprint it anytime you want and you never lose access to that amazing photo book that you put all that time and effort into. So that's what we've got for today's video, but there's always something new to learn. Check out this one right here to become even more productive and organized using your Apple products. And I will see you in the comments.